Right. Good morning, everyone. Okay. So last class we have completed how to develop real world object in the programming world. What are the programming elements we require? And all topics we have clearly understood. Any questions from last class? No questions, sir. Shall I proceed to the topic? How many static blocks you can create? Your wish. Any number you can. All the people tell me. I'm creating a class called lion, and I'm creating another class called. Okay, I'm creating another class called elephant. Now all the people think how many objects I created? Three types of objects. I have created three types of objects. Now my question, are these three types of objects creation is right design or wrong design? Think and tell. Are these three types of objects design is right design or wrong design? If we say right design, why right design? If we say wrong design, why wrong design? Now, think. If we say right design, why is it right design? If it is a wrong design, why is it a wrong design? Come on. If it is a right design, why right design? If it is a wrong design, why wrong design? Design and about no compile time. There is no compile time. If you compile successful. There is no runtime limit. But right design, wrong design means from what point of view you have to think? From the real life point of view, you have to think. From real life point of view, is it right or wrong? ఆలోచించాం. If we say right, why right? If we say wrong, why? Both అయినా. Right అయితే ఎందుకు right, wrong అయితే ఎందుకు wrong? Multiple classes. Multiple classes, single. Okay. If I create all these three classes in separate Java files, is it right, Srikanth? Is it right design? Because I want you to see all three at once, that's why I created in a single Java. Okay, I didn't save even, right? This is available in Light.java and this is available in Tiger.java and it is available in Elephant.java. Right or wrong? Everyone. Right or wrong? Right design or wrong design? Right design or wrong design? It's a wrong design. Why? You are creating line, but what is line? What is line? Line is a animal. Okay. What is tiger? What is elephant? Where did you say that? Where did you say that it is a animal? Ah, yes, sir. No need to say, sir. Lion is an animal, na? Who told you? Who told to you that lion is an animal? ఎవరు చెప్పండి? మా చిన్నప్పుడు బాలబాబు చెప్పాడు. Okay. In my childhood, my teacher told. In my childhood, my parents told. Then who is responsible to compile? Compiler is now baby, right? You have to teach to compiler that what is what. If you write just a class lion, if you just write class lion, now tell me it is become what? Just lion. It is not considered as a elephant, sorry, animal. If we create just a tiger, it is just a tiger. It is not considered as a animal. If we create elephant, it is just considered as a elephant. In real life, when you go to the school, your teacher bringing one chart hanging on the board and saying, today we are going to discuss, today we are going to learn animals. First animal, lion. Second animal, tiger. Third animal, elephant. Fourth animal, etc. Okay? That means the teacher is starting telling about something with a directly its name, it's a main type name. Main type. Animal is the main type and lion is the subtype. Animal is the main type and tiger is the subtype. So tell me, this is the first design. Right or wrong? Wrong. Then how can we solve the problem? How can I tell to compiler? Compiler, lion is a animal. Tiger is a animal. Elephant is a animal. Further, first of all, you have to create the type called what? Animal.java class animal. Understand that? After creating class animal, then now I should make all these classes as a subtypes of animal. Tell me, if I create just a class lion, class animal, is a lion considered as an animal? No. Okay, lion is lion, animal is animal. Now I should connect them. Okay, how can we connect it? By using the keyword extends. By using extends, I should write what? Animal. Tell me, who is extending whom? Line is extending from animal. That means who is the extension of whom? Animal extension is lion. Animal next extension is tiger. Animal extension is what? So that means if you wanted to create one new class as an extension of existing class, if you want to develop a new object on top of existing object, then you must use what? Extends. Again, everybody, if you want to develop an object, an extension of existing object, you must use the keyword extend. If you write a class by writing extends, then you are developing here a new concept called what? Inheritance. One of the principles, what you have developed? Inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is the process of creating a new class deriving from an existing class is called what? Inheritance. నేను ఎందుకు ఇన్హెరిట్ చేయాలి, నేను ఎందుకు ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయాలి? Why should I extend my class from other class? Because you are a subtype of this object. You are not an individual object. You are not the individual object. You are the subtype of an existing object. When you are a subtype of an existing object, you must develop inheritance. Okay, by writing extends from animal, how can I say I am a subtype? Because this type is given. Now tell me, if I remove this extends, lion is just a lion. When I write animal, lion is a lion plus animal. Now tell me, how many types are there now to the lion? Two types. Original type, its one type, lion, and the common type, animal. Repeat again. If I write like this, how many types are there? What is the type? If I write extends animal, types. Are you following up? Two types are there. What are the two types? Lion and animal. Now, let me take an example here. Now I want to allow lion go to June. I am writing June.java class June. Not June, June. Open bracket, closed bracket. public static void main of string array as open bracket closed bracket. Here I am writing what something like this. Please try to think and tell. I am writing here new lion object create. Can you consider it as a value? Is it a value or not? Object is also a value, man. A value is a single value. Object is a multiple values. Okay, blue shirt, last chair. Brahma, blue shirt. Who is blue shirt? Anda. Books తీసుకుందా బుక్స్ తీసుకొని రా బ్యాగ్ నీది కాదా బ్రైన్ ఎక్కడో వదిలేసి వచ్చావు క్లాస్కి ఏమైంది వాళ్ళ ఇంత బాగానే ఉందా తెలుగా हिंदी सभी कुछ अच्छा है पूरा अच्छा है माइंड दिमाग अच्छा है पूरा प्रॉब्लम है पूरा गड़बड़ है स्टमक में गड़बड़ है नहीं दिमाग में गड़बड़ है नहीं अच्छे कार्य तो गड़बड़ नहीं है अच्छे लवर है तो गड़बड़ नहीं। हाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम है क्यों इतना डल है रात में सो रहा नहीं है you don't know Java, you don't know you. Yesterday night didn't sleep. What time? Early morning 4 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 12. What you are doing up to that? Watching reels. Yes, sir. Watching reels. You are saying truth, sir. Okay, nice one. Today night sleep early, okay, na? So that you can listen the class actively. Listen. What is this? Okay. ये वाला कौन है? एक्सेंट नहीं है भैया। हाँ? Which class object? ये ऑब्जेक्ट which class object? किसका ऑब्जेक्ट है? एनिमल का ऑब्जेक्ट है। लायन का ऑब्जेक्ट है। योर फ्रेंड टुडे నిద్ర లేకపోతే అయిపోయాను టీవీనా నిద్రపోతాడు ఫ్రీగా అని పట్టుకొని లేపాడు నీ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎట్రా నీ ఫ్రెండ్ అయ్యా ఓకే ఐ సెడ్ టేక్ దిస్ నంబర్ then why did it come today daily not coming I forgot it. Okay done and now tell me listen Babu okay today class is very important 5 minutes please focus today onwards plan your meals time another time not night time okay na daytime you plan night time by 10:30 you have to sleep everyone listen very important what is this new line it is a object can you consider the object is a value yes sir if it is not a value how can I store in a variable you are storing object in a variable na why because it is a value it is a value L1 equal to new line when you write what happened it is act as a value can be stored in a variable now this variable must be of what type which type this object is which class object line then the variable should be what type line line L1 equal to new line sare బాగుంది now I am writing something like this is it allowed or not I am creating variable of type animal then in this variable I am storing object lion allowed or not allowed or not allowed not allowed why not your answer correct is allowed or not allowed not allowed why not allowed other students answer allowed how is it allowed Why it is not allowed? If it is allowed, how is it allowed? Explain. Class name cannot be used. Sadhi, where I cannot use the class name. Line has a few more variables. In academic radius and variables. Where did I create Raja? I didn't create any few more variables here, right? Come on, allowed or not allowed? Who are you? You are a child. This child can hold by his own hand, also can be held by parent hand. Parent also can hold your parent can hold your hand and also can hold you yourself, right? Now this is a child. Being a child, it can store in its own type of variable, also can store in parent variable. Okay, because the animal is a parent, child can be stored. There is no compile time error. Understood? There is no compile time error. Now I have a question. Let me save this and then compile. Observe control one. Is it compiled or not? Compiled successfully. So tell me, if I create a class deriving from another class, now this class is of how many types? Two types. Number one, own type line and also another type. If it, because it is a own type, the object of that class can be stored in the same variable, also can be stored in a super class variable. Now I am removing extends and now what happened? If I remove extends animal, what happened? Is this line compiled? Can I store lion object in lion variable? Yes. Is it compiled? No. Why? Lion object is a lion type and is it an animal type? No. When one class type can be another class type only if it is extending. If it is not extending, then it cannot be of another class type. So tell me, is it compiled here or not compiled? Not compiled. We will get compiled time. Incompatible types, line cannot be converted to line cannot be converted to animal. Line object can be stored only in line. Now, if you want to make a class of type another type, okay. Irfan, I am removing you from the class. Join tomorrow, or when I take Eclipse, that time I will allow you to join. Okay. Okay, now. Everyone try to listen. Online students, if you ask extra questions, you will be removed from the class. Understood? I'm such a crack fellow. If you question me, I will kill you. No doubt in that. Everyone understand what question he asked? I am in a deep discussion of inheritance. He is asking me why you are not using Eclipse. Okay, he will fall in love with Eclipse. Let him stay with Eclipse. Extra topics, if you ask, he will be murdered immediately. No doubt. That's why control repeat question. Everyone listen. Now, class animal This class animal is a main type. Under this main type, I have subtype. How can I create subtype? By using extension. So tell me, what is the definition of inheritance? What is inheritance? Inheritance is a process of creating a new class deriving from an existing class is called what? Inheritance. Why should I extend? What is the purpose of extension? When we want to obtain the type of one object to the new object. If you want to obtain the type of existing object to this new object, then we should develop what? Inheritance. Next point. Tell me, if you want to call it as a lion, it should look like an animal or sorry. If you want to consider lion as an animal, it should look like an animal. Look and feel should be there. Number two, whatever the properties of animal, what are the behaviors of animal must be there to lion also, no? And tell me, all animals must eat food by using hand or mouth. Mouth. And it should walk by 2 legs or 4 legs or 4 legs. Right? Now tell me, one animal to another animal, different behaviors are there, but there is a common behavior, no? Yes. When you see something, it is animal, means it is having some common behavior. That common behavior is defined wherein animal. Now tell me, why should I extend from existing object? Number one, for obtaining type. Number two, for obtaining properties. Number three, for obtaining behavior of existing object to this new object. For treating this object as a subtype of this object, we should develop what? Inheritance. Again repeating, what is inheritance? Inheritance is the process of creating a new class deriving from an existing class for obtaining type, properties and behaviors to this new object is called what? Inheritance. Everyone understand? Now tell me, sir, why I should obtain type, properties and behaviors? Listen, you are the new object which want to be extension of this existing object, or you wanted to extend the functionality of existing object. You want to extend the functionality of existing object, then we should go for inheritance. Whenever there is a one object, it contains some specific functionality. The existing functionality not satisfying my requirement, then I have two options. Option number one, directly go and write logic on variables and methods in this class. You don't like the function of you are not satisfied with the variables and methods available in this class. You want to add more. Whenever you are adding more, animal original behavior replaced with lion behavior, no? Animal original behavior replaced with what? Tiger behavior. You want this animal behavior plus more. Okay, you want that animal behavior plus more. Then whenever you want more means what? Extension. You want to extend the functionality of existing object. Then what is the right idea? Add those more functionality in the same class or add the more functionality in the new class by deriving from existing class. Which approach is best? Same class or new class? New class. If I write in the new class, what is the advantage? We will clearly separate. We clearly separate the behavior of existing object from the new object. Whenever I go animal, only animal behavior. What is an animal? Animal is silent. Animal is a friend to the human. Animal walking by 4 legs. Animal eating what? Food. That is the regular behavior of the animal. Now, what is the behavior of the lion? Lion is also like animal. 4 legs. Eat the food. Which food? You. Yes or no? When you go nearer to the animal, lion will eat you. When you go to the animal will not eat you. Animal is just an animal. It will eat the food, but it will eat food. What food? Whatever you are giving. If you go to the lion, extra behavior, extended behavior of the animal eating you. Can you follow my point? So if I add this extra functionality here, the animal original nature gone. Yes. So tell me, is it a good idea to create them here? No. Everyone understand that? Now let me write one more point here. Now I want to take another example. First of all, did you understand the definition? Point number one. What is inheritance? Inheritance is the one of the Wuku principles. Okay. Number two, it is a parent-child relation. Okay. Number three, the process of creating new class, deriving from an existing class, for obtaining type of properties and behaviors of the existing object to new object is called inheritance. Four, why inheritance? Inheritance is used for extending or implementing existing object functionality by adding new properties and behaviors in the new class. Okay, these are the 4 points. These 4 points, let us apply with one more example. All are ready? One more example I am taking. Now I am taking another example. Everyone tell me, is it right design or wrong design? I am taking an object called person. Are you a person? Really? Wow. Am I a person? Yes. Outside admin is a person? Yes. Okay, if you want to say person, he is a person. What all should be there? Eyes, ears, hands, legs, next name, height, weight. Okay, next being a person, he should eat, sleep, and something you should learn daily. What you are learning daily? How to watch reels up to 12 o'clock, right? Something you are learning. This is the person behavior. Whenever I want to call a person, this person should have like this. Of course, walk also, walk by 2 legs. Like this is the person properties and behaviors. When you born, you have all these things. Slowly you are growing. You got to 1 year. Once upon a time, in my childhood, up to 5 years, we never go to school, enjoy our life like anything. But now, before born only admission taking in the schools now. I am so happy this trend now stopped. Okay. When I come to Hyderabad initial days, there was a one school apart. Before born only parents are going and taking admissions. So some really crazy people. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, at least you are going to the school by 3rd year. Okay, when you got the 3rd year, now you are going to school PP1, nursery, PP1, PP2, like this, play school, all those things. Tell me, when you go to school, extra properties are added according to the school being a student, right? A person now become what? Student. These are the default properties attached to your body when you born. Now, when you go to the school, plus extra properties are coming. What is the student number? Section. Sorry, let me take course. Next, fees. Okay. Then next, being a student, you should go to school to listen. Next, reply. Very important. Reply. After reply, write. Okay. In chul, A for apple. Reply. Listen, reply. Listen, reply. Next, write. Then next, go to home, read. And then write exam. Next day, write exam. Slip test exam, that exam, lifelong exams. Bolo, Ama? And certificate. Supplies. Not that. So, this is what, okay, marks, supplies and marks. Okay, marks, total grade, all will come. Marks, total grade. Now tell me, these are the extra properties. What is a good idea? Add these properties in the persona or in a separate class. If I add these properties in the class person, then every person should join the school. Yes or no? I don't like school. I hate the school. Really, in childhood, I hate the school. I tried my level best to skip the school. But my parents not left me. Okay. They are scolding me, beating me, motivating me to go to school. Finally, I come to somehow managing the life. Okay. I love farming actually. Okay. Fine. Now tell me. If I create these variables inside, it is a bad idea because you are changing the original behavior of the object. Then you want this object only, I want this object only, also behave as what object? New object, student. Then you have to create another class called student. Now, student, if I just like this, can he be a person? No, he just a student, another object. This object have a student number. Who is, how he look like? He's having a course, how he look like? He's having a fee, how he look like? I am asking, listen, where the era? In the era, you are there in the era. You are visible or invisible? Visible. That means you have a structure. What is your structure? Who are you? What is your type? I am a person of type student. Or I am a student of type what? Person. So, class student must obtain the type, properties and behaviors plus extra properties and behaviors according to the student behavior. Everyone understand? So finally try to answer, very important. Whenever you are planning to create a new object, always you must ask a question here. Who are you? I am a student. Who are you? I am a person. Either ask extends and if you don't write extends person, then you are not accepted. But these many days you have written class student, class student, class student. Because that time my target is only teach you how to create an object. Now the target is teaching you correct way of designing your real world objects. Up to last class, our target is creating object. Now today onwards, our target is what? What is the right design to create the object? The right design is whenever you are creating a class to represent one object, you must ask a question. Who is my supertype? Who are my subtypes? Who is singular? Who is my supertype? Who are my subtypes? Plural. A person can have one parent, multiple children. Okay, and who is my user object? There are totally 3 questions you have to ask. Whenever you are taking one object, totally 3 questions has to come to your mind. Number 1, who is the supertype? Who is the subtype? And who is the user type? Tell me, all these students are available inside where? College, na? College. College is the user type. Person is what? The super type object. Super type object. And then it is what? Subtype object. Subtype object. And college is what? User type object. Which object is using the student? College. So inside college, public static void main. Public static void main. String array args. Open bracket, closed bracket. Here what you do? You will create student S1 equal to new student. Tell me, student S1 equal to new student. Accepted or not? Yes. Now I have a question. The student is coming into the school as a student or as a person? A person coming into the school as a student. Okay, like that you have to try to understand. Now tell me, in place of this student, can I also write person P1 equal to? Yes. But in the college, generally we will call student as a student only. That's why I'm writing student S1 equal to new student. Everyone understand what is the right design of creating real world objects? Whenever you are planning to create one real world object, always you should ask, who is the super type object to you? And what are the subtype objects to you? And what is the user type object to you? Who is the user type? Diamond symbol is user. Okay, this is the relation you have to question always whenever you're creating real. Right up inheritance. Today I will dictate the notes. Inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance is inheritance. It is used for inheritance. Tell me, without definition, in a simple terms, tell me what is inheritance. Without definition, just in one word, tell me. Inheritance means extending. But the entire world telling inheritance means reusing. I am only the person saying inheritance means extending. Not only we, Sun Microsystem also. Only two people are telling inheritance means extending or implementing. Entire word is saying reusability. Inheritance means reusable. Which who concepts provide reusability? Inheritance. ఎలా ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళకి కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ మన కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి if you ask a question, inheritance is meant for a dash. If you say extending, you lose your mark. If you say reusing, you will get your mark. If I teach inheritance from reusability point of view, then you will not understand single project also. So what is my answer? Always give respect and take respect. Okay, always give respect and take respect. Means what? What interviews knows? Tell first interview answer and add your extra point. Interview know what? Inheritance meant for reusing. Tell that, no problem. Inheritance is used for reusing and extending. Reusing and extend. From which point of they are saying reusing? Whatever the variables and methods available in the person class, can I use in the student class or not? But they are not talking about these extra points. Sir, let me try to ask a question. If inheritance is meant for reusing, if inheritance is meant for reusing, then the keyword should be reuse, no? There is a proof. Keyword name is not reuse. Keyword name is what? Extend. Your first target in the inheritance, your first target is reusing or extending. Extending is your first target. First you think about extending, required or not required? Required. Then while extending, you can reuse. My target is only reuse. Don't go for extend. Most inheritance is the most dangerous concept. It creates a lot of problem, performance issue, memory wise and programming wise. It creates a lot of problems. Inheritance is the dangerous concept. Let me take real life example. Suppose if I adopt you as my child, Eju, I don't adopt it, Eju. If I adopt you as my child, then tell me, I should my lifetime until I die, even after I die also, I have to take care of you only, na? After adopting, after 1 year, I realized that no, I don't want. Can I cut the relation with you, saying that sorry, I did mistake, I don't want now? Can I say that? No, no chance. Once you adopted, lifetime I have to handle it. For example, I have some worker to complete this work. Just I am reusing you. I am asking you, please come here, complete this work. After completing this work, can I leave the relation with you? Yes. Now tell me. Reusing means just have the association with this object until some work is completed. Whenever you want to disconnect the relation, can I break up and go or not? Yes. But in the inheritance, in the child relation, is there any chance to break her? No. Can you say to your parents, sorry, you are not my child, get out? Can I say that? No. So inheritance, once you develop, then it is not possible to disconnect from that object. Whereas reusing means what? Has a, look at that, college has a student. Student is a person. Okay, college also writing like this. Observe now, college is having a statement like this. Person P1 equal to new person. Person P1 equal new person. When I write this statement, person P1 equal to new person, everyone tell me, college is a person, college has a person. College extending person, college reusing person. College has a person and reusing it for some work. Okay, at some point of the time down, after work completed, can I write P1 equal to null? If I write P1 equal to null, P1, this object reference is gone and this object association removed from the college. Are you following? Tell me, if I write here student, Student S1 equal to new student. Tell me, along with the student, person is also coming, na? Without destroying the student, can I destroy the person? No. Okay. If you extend from one class, the relation is permanent. You cannot remove whenever you want. Are you following? Without removing the student object memory, person memory, you cannot destroy. So inheritance is not meant for just reusing. Inheritance is meant for what? Extending, and then you can reuse if you want. Are you following my point? So tell me, when we have to go for inheritance, only when you want extend and then reuse, choose inheritance. I want just to reuse, choose what relation? Has in. Has in means what? Just you create the object and access the members of that object. Is a relation, subtype are also called what? Inheritance are also called what? Easy. Are also called what? Easy. Any of the three relations we can call subtype relation, inheritance relation, or easy relation. So easy relation is providing what and what? Extends plus reusing. Extends plus reusing, then go for inheritance. I want only reuse. Only reuse. Then go for what? As a relation. So all college lecturers and textbooks, YouTubers, everyone say inheritance is for reusing. Whenever you want to reuse, use inheritance. My statement, if you use reuse, you will face so many problems. You know, when you come to the design patterns, projects development time, there is a statement for reusing. Favor to has a over easy. Of the statement for reusing one object in another object, power to has a over is a. Means your target is just reusing, then don't use inheritance, only create object of that class, use it and unreference this object and destroy from your object. So this is a very, very, very important statement. Okay. Now let's write all these points. These are topics we are learning. Inheritance and LCRP architecture, right? Heading inheritance and LCRP architecture. Please write on the syllabus. Is all the new points to you? If you write once, you will come to know what you are learning. This is the part of inheritance, all the points. Completed? Huh? Completed? No, no, up to 10 points. Done. Okay. Now we have to understand all these points. First, inheritance basics. Okay. Observe here. What is inheritance? Inheritance is the process of creating a new class deriving from an existing class for obtaining type, properties, and behaviors, for extending or implementing the functionality of this existing object by reusing its existing properties and behaviors is called inheritance. So I have combined here 2 points. What is that? What is inheritance and why inheritance? So totally 2 questions you have to ask. What is inheritance? Creating a new class deriving from existing class. For what purpose? For obtaining type of properties and behaviors. For what purpose? For extending or implementing the functionality of existing object. How you want to extend? By reusing existing properties and behaviors of this object. This entire process is called what? Inheritance. So the first point, inheritance is a parent-child relation. Inheritance is the process of. Okay, done. By when I should develop inheritance? When we want to extend or implement the functionality of an existing object, then we must develop inheritance. As part of inheritance, what are we doing? As part of inheritance, we will develop subtype objects of an existing object. For example, for creating the object student as a subtype of existing object person, we must develop inheritance. Okay, all points are clear? Write down first point you write here. Inheritance is a one of the Wuku principles. First point, inheritance is one of the Wuku principles. Inheritance is one of the Wuku principles. Inheritance is one of the Wuku principles. and then remaining points write as this. What question you didn't understand? Suryavanshi. Completed? Rajat, I think you are forcing me to remove you. Shall I? Completed? Completed. Write on this diagram. Done. All people got clarity? Down here, right? Completed diagram, then write a statement. Have you written this arrow mark? One, type and property and behavior. Second, extend it. So we will create a subclass for extending, for obtaining type, property and behaviors, and then extending. Can you tell me in the student class totally how many members we have? The members of student and also members of person. Do you, in the person, do you have the members of student? No, only we have the members of person. Person has only person members, but student has both person and student members. As a child, you have your own properties and also the properties inherited from your parents, na? But parents are having properties of only parents. Your properties are not belongs to parents. Then next, write on this slide, not this one. Please write this slide. Inheritance means extending and reusing. Actually, extending no reusing, but people are saying reusing. We got it. Inheritance means extending and reusing. Done. Next, write a question. How can we develop inheritance? How can we develop inheritance? How can we develop inheritance? Well, how can I develop inheritance? By using extents or implement schemes. By using extents or implement schemes. By using extents or implements schemes. Extents or implement schemes. Next point. Ideas name. Okay. Next question, right? What is superclass? Write a question. What is a superclass? Next question. What is a superclass and subclass? The class that is already available. The class that is already available. The class that is already available. From which we are creating new classes. From which we are deriving new classes. From which we are deriving new class. Is called superclass. Is called superclass. Is called superclass. Next point. or. The class name, the class whose name, the class whose name we have used, the class whose name we have used after extends keyword, after extends keyword is called superclass. The class whose name we have used after extends keyword is called superclass. Next step. Next one. The class which is newly the class that we are creating newly, the class that we are creating newly the class that we are creating newly deriving from an existing class, deriving from an existing class. Deriving from an existing class is called subclass. It's called subclass. Next point, or the class whose name used before, the class whose name is used before, which keyword? Extend is called subclass. Okay. Down below diagram shows superclass, subclass, and its aliases. Below diagram shows superclass, subclass, and its aliases. Superclass, subclass, and its aliases. Please write this way. Completed? Okay. And now, what is the difference between extends and implements keyword? When to use extends, when to use implements? Write once. You want to write this table as sentence. Okay, look at here. If I am creating a class deriving from another class, I have to use extends. If I am deriving a class from an interface, I must use implements. Deriving a class from class, extends. Deriving an interface from interface, in extends. Deriving a class from interface, then I have to use implements. Extends means you have to write the code already available, I am using them. Implements means I have to write. Okay, extends provide reusability, implements provide forceability. That is the two differences. Extends use between class to class, interface to interface. Implements use between interface and class. I mean class and interface. Extends provide reusability means we no need to write any method. Implements means it's forcing you have to write the logic to the methods. Okay, write on this slowly programming you will understand. Write this. Today little notes, maybe notes is there. Please bear. Completed? Wait, next slide. Completed up. Now this theory, this is the program approach. A class extends from class. Interface extends from interface. Class C implements interface. Interface cannot do anything from the class. Inheritance from interface to class not possible. That is. Completed up. I will give you based on this code, I will give you small program. Let's see how many people give correct answers. All the answers. Completed the diagram. Let me find. Write this and find errors. Identify errors in the below lines. Identify errors in the below lines. Come on. Don't talk, please. Sorry. Tell me first one, writer. First one, second one, huh? Third one, yes sir. Implements is between class to class or class to interface. Here I am using implements between class to class, right or wrong? You cannot implement class, you can implement only interface. Now the question, sir, what is interface? None of your business. Interface is a interface, that's it. Next, interface, allowed interface how to create like this. Sir, I don't know what is interface. I also don't know. Question is there, I am following. What is a class? Class keyword following by class name. What is interface? Interface following by interface name. Next, interface I2 extends interface. Interface can extend interface? Yes. Implement? No. Interface cannot implement, only extend. Why like that, sir? Again, I will remove if you ask extra questions. Previous slide, remember, apply. Extra questions ask, moderate. Class D. X implements I1. Allowed? Class D can implement interface. Class D can extend interface? No. Class interface has interface is meant for implementing, not for extending. Then next, interface can extend a? No. Interface can implement a? No. This is it. So this is the story about extends and implements. Hope you all understand? Paka? Lock करेंगे. So how to develop inheritance? Extends implements. When to use implements? If I am deriving from interface. When I should use extends? If I am deriving from a class. Everyone completed it? I have written this with my mind or with my previous statements, sir. Just previous statements use and follow. Don't show your talent. With this, we completed inheritance theory. We should start programming. Yeah, tomorrow we will do practicals on inheritance. Okay? Tomorrow class is very important. Can I expect everyone will buy her today notes and come? Is today points are new na? No na? New? No na? How do you know? Wow. Then why you didn't answer every question I'm asking? By heart it and come. Thank you. That's all for today.
We got to set reference it's out there. అంటే ఒక చిన్నది మామూలుగా చేస్తాను టాపిక్స్ అది
క్లాస్